So, here we are. I already had a video about AI and the future of music and all that, but I thought, this is a good opportunity to do a little follow-up, to see exactly where we are in this Black Mirror of the reality show that we are in, which episode are we in. Now, in this last episode I did about this topic, I said this is going to happen. It's not much of a prediction. It was pretty obvious at this point, but I did say this is going to happen. We are going to have AI generated songs on billboards. And now we have this country AI generated song, Walk My Walk by Breaking Russ, which we're going to listen to in just a moment, taking first place on the charts on billboards. Well, not really. The only chart that it was first place in is this country digital song sales chart, very specific. So it's not by views or anything like that. So it's still more of a headline, catchy headline than a reality, than something that really happened. So we are not at this episode of the series quite yet, but I'm confident that it will get there. We will see more and more number one hits which are AI generated. And again, as I said in my previous video, it's not going to happen necessarily because these are going to be great songs. They're not. Still, I'm going to talk about this song in a second, but because, well, it's really exciting. It's like there's a number one hit which is AI generated. I have to listen to this. People are going to cover those songs and to talk about those songs and to play those songs because it's really exciting. Hands down, this is incredible. Like I'm playing a song that I'm dancing to a song that was not created by a human being. I would have never thought I would live to see this. So let's just take a moment and just listen to this new song, to this new number one hit.
Been beat down, but I don't stay low. Got mud on my jeans, still ready to go. Every scar's a story that I survived. I've been through hell, but I'm still alive. They said, slow down, boy, don't go too fast. But I ain't never been one to live in the past. I keep moving forward, never looking back, with a worn-out hat and a six-string Strat. You can kick rocks if you don't like.
Let's just ask the really interesting question. If you played me this song and you told me this is just, a regular song, regular pop hit on the charts, would I believe you? Yeah, I would. Maybe someone can hear that it's not like human. I can't. But the reason to this is, again, as I said, the problem with today's music is not so much that it's been created by computers yet, but the problem is that the music that human beings create might as well be created by AI computers. Not all of it, but a lot of it is this auto-tuned, overly produced, formulaic and synthetic trash pop music. This song actually reminds me of another pop country hit from a few years ago that was really popular. This Old Time Road, it was called. It's this, it's trying to be authentic. Is it a great song? No, not at all. But did I hear pop songs this year that were way worse than this song? Yes, I did. So this will happen more and more. We will see more and more hits that will eventually take over the billboards because it's fresh and exciting and it's very cheap to make. Maybe the songs will also get better in quality. I've yet to hear any masterpieces yet, but so we're not in this episode quite yet, but maybe we will get there. But the point is, we're going to get surrounded by this stuff. They're just going to flood the market with this AI pseudo-music, and eventually people will be able to create their own music just by a request. So we will be flooded with this pseudo-music more and more until it will just become meaningless. People are just going to become numb to this whole experience, to the whole music thing, and then the pendulum will return strongly. People are going to get hungry for real music, for music that has real meaning, music that has real life experience behind it, music that someone created, small live shows where you can really see someone pouring their heart out, real instruments, real wood, real strings vibrating, real virtuosity. As long as there are human beings on this planet, which is also kind of... The need to communicate with each other musically and to experience real music will never go away. Because listening to AI music, the very knowledge that there is no one on the other end that really experienced what you hear, takes away something essential from the experience. So this is my message to you, musicians. I know that there is a lot of pressure right now to study AI, to combine AI to your work. And music schools like Berkeley offer AI music classes. It became this hype word for advancement, and you have to go with the times. And essentially every worker in every field hears this right now. You have to incorporate AI to what you're doing, or else you're going to be left behind. Don't be afraid to stay a little bit behind. There is nothing on the other side of this train. I'm not saying don't use it if it can benefit you. I'm not saying don't study it. But most of your creative energies should go to making your music as humanly possible. Work on that, on giving your audience the best human experience. Don't try to compete AI with what it's doing. Work on being authentic, on creating real live instruments music, because this pendulum is going to strike back hard and people are going to be hungry for this thing, and you better be prepared for this. Maybe this is the time to also go easy with the autotune and try to sound more authentic. Music for entertainment, they're not gonna need human beings for that anymore. Music for background, for coffee places, and for, I don't know, for dancing and stuff like that. The machines will take over this. The only thing that is going to be left for us human beings is this human, authentic, emotional music that expresses, music that comes from real life experiences, music that comes from a real place. So I think I'm gonna do these follow-up videos about this topic every now and then. Things seem to happen quickly right now, so it would be nice to do a little update, follow up on which episode are we in on this series that we all live in right now. So see you in the next follow-up. Be in touch.